Great opportunities are on their way for your kids to get involved in some leadership training. Take a front row driving seat to the future of their careers and maybe even some opportunities to grow as young people in our community. It's all through Leadership Oakland, who's created a new venture called Junior Leadership Oakland. And joining us now for more information on that is the Executive Director of Leadership Oakland, Susan Hollady. Thank you so much for being with us today.
As always, Tyler, great to see you. Thank you for having me.
Yeah, great to have you on to talk about Junior Leadership Oakland. It's a new program. It's just kicking off as we speak. Got some exciting activities coming up in the coming months for kids across our community. Tell us about this new program.
Yeah, it's actually been around for a while. So as you know, we have an adult program where we take 50 leaders every year and put them through our 9-month leadership program. One of the things they have to do before they graduate is a day of service. So back in 2008, one of our classes decided to do a 3-day leadership workshop, and it was so well done, so well received by the community. We've continued it ever since. So this is our 17th year now holding Junior Leadership Oakland. It's a 3-day workshop, free to any high school student in Oakland County or the region.
And so it's not a new program. It's a program that's existed for a long time, but we want to get the word out because maybe people don't know about this. Parents, certainly students, may not know that this is even available to them. And if they want to work on their leadership, or parents want to get kids involved in something that could be constructive to them now and into the future, how does Junior Leadership Oakland help to build up those skills in our high school kids?
You know, that's a great question. And I appreciate us getting the word out. You know, during the pandemic, we had to take a couple of years off. So we are back. And, you know, this is probably our 3rd year back since COVID. And like I said, it's a 3-day workshop. And really what we want to do is encourage them to expand their leadership skills. We know every student is a leader in some way. And so this is our adult program that you're showing right here, which is this year's class of our adult. But this is a spinoff, really, is we want to develop leaders early. So one of the things that we teach is a personality assessment, that, you know, so they can learn what is their personality style and how to interact with other students and other leaders that they may run into. We talk about how to get out of your comfort zone. We do a field trip. So we take them to a couple local businesses to kind of showcase what's here in our county that they could get involved in the future. There's our junior LO students right there. That was last year's class. So last year we had 35 students from 18 different high schools in the region. So a great way to meet other students and develop your leadership skills.
Yeah, it's a remarkable class to have 35 kids from across the Oakland County area participating in this program, getting to know each other, sharing some ideas, growing together. That's an incredible program that people need to know about and hopefully will get engaged with. And so, Susan, as we think about Junior Leadership Oakland and we compare it to other leadership programs that may be available in our local school districts or throughout the state or even nationally, how does this compare in terms of the requirements that may be necessary in order to get into this program?
Yeah, you know, we make them really think about it. You know, what are your aspirations? What do you think you want to do in the future? But we also ask them, what are the challenges that youth are facing today? And that really helps us structure the curriculum. So we're addressing some of those issues. But I think 2 of the key things, like I said, we had 35 students from 18 different high schools. So you get an opportunity to meet students you might not get to meet. And then I think the other unique thing is we have a resource fair. And we bring in experts, not only from the universities and colleges, but there are so many organizations out there that have youth boards where high school students can get involved at an early age and become part of their leadership team. Easter Seals is a good example, the neighborhood house in Rochester. So we expose them to opportunities that once they leave our program, they can maybe take a step in getting more involved in their community and taking their leadership to that next level.
The Junior Leadership Oakland program is open to all high school students across Oakland County. You can find more information on their website, leadershipoakland.com. Joining us on the Splash Live is the Executive Director of Leadership Oakland, Susan Hollady, as we talk more about this program. And there's so many great skills that you can learn in a leadership program, especially as you're out and about in the community and you're consulting with people in positions of leadership across our local communities, Susan. But ultimately, the impact is what we're looking looking for here, especially parents looking to get their kids involved in something like this. So what have you seen in terms of results from past participants who've gone through this program and then taken those skills and put them into action?
That's a great question, Tyler. And I can give you an example. We have a gentleman who was actually a student in Junior LO1 and came back every year and talked to the students in the program. One year he was studying abroad and we had him on a screen, to talk to the students. He now is a successful attorney and in the community and actually has gone through our adult program. We have a couple other individuals that joined those junior boards and now are part of organizations where they're helping them shape the future. So there's a lot of opportunity to take what they've learned. And then we also expose them to a lot of volunteer opportunities in their communities. And I think the last one is we have so many alumni from our adult program that in cases where it makes sense, we hook them up with a mentor that can help them if they know what field they want to go into. Perhaps we can hook them up with a mentor from our adult program to help them as they maneuver through their career journey.
Susan Hollady with us from Leadership Oakland, their executive director, as we discuss their Junior Leadership Oakland program open to students all across the Oakland County area. You can find more information and get your kids involved in that on leadershipoakland.com. Again, leadershipoakland.com. And Susan, you've emphasized this so much throughout our conversation today about how much community service, community involvement, getting these kids not just in the classroom or reading about leadership and talking about leadership, but actually seeing it in action right here in their hometown. So what role ultimately does that participation in the community from these students and vice versa, the community participating in this program to help these students, what role does that really play in ultimately these great results you see from this?
I think one of the things, we have some dynamic speakers that come in and meet with them. It gives them an opportunity to make some connections. Maybe there's something they learn in those 3 days, or we visit a site. We do a couple, visits to corporations and organizations in the county where they might be able to then take that step and go volunteer with that organization. So we promote public leadership as much as, their own personal and professional leadership in the program.
And so, Susan, this is a great program. It'll look great on a resume. It'll look great on a college application. But not every kid knows that they want to go to college. They don't know what their career is going to be. They may not even be thinking that far ahead because they're 15, 16, 17 years old. So in those cases, what ultimately do you think will entice kids to be interested in this program? And really, why should they be at the point that they're at, even if they're not looking very far forward into their future?
Yeah, I think one of the things from the program, one of the things we introduced last year is to bring in some of those career paths. We brought in an entrepreneur, somebody from the medical field, an attorney, so to expose them to some of the careers that are out there, in addition to a 4-year degree, so that it gave them opportunities to kind of take a peek at maybe some things they didn't think about. We also, pair this really nicely with our Acorn to Oak Youth Grant program. So we promote that program within Junior Leadership Oakland so that maybe there's an idea there that they want to pursue, and we can help them with a grant to help them move forward in that capacity as well.
Ultimately, at the end of this program, for the students that participate year in and year out and come into this program, go out of this program, go on to do a number of different things, what do you hope is the ultimate takeaway for each of these individuals?
My thing is finding their passion and what they really want to do. It might not be, like you said, a 4-year degree at a college. So exposing them to a lot of different opportunities while they're young. And that's why we accept freshmen, so they can learn not only from the other students in the program, but from the speakers in the field trips that we do. So something might spark an interest and they can then pursue that. So that's our goal, is to just showcase there's so many opportunities out there, and then hopefully they can take that passion that they have and actually pursue that.
So Susan, take us a little bit through the timeline of this program. When can students apply to get into this? When are some of these activities throughout the year?
Yeah, good question. So the applications opened on February 1st on our website, and the program is actually going to be run at Walsh College on June 16th through the 18th. It's a free 3-day workshop. So for any high school student, we provide food at the event, the transportation for the field trip. All they need to do is get back and forth to Wash College. The times are 8:30 to 4:30 on those 3 days.
8:30 to
The
4:30.
deadline, I should,
Oh,
yeah,
please go.
sorry, I should mention the deadline for applications is May 31st,
Okay.
and the program will be June 16th through the 18th.
So that's June 16th through the 18th, 8:30 to 4:30. Applications are due in early May, but they're open as we speak on leadershipoakland.com. Susan, before we let you go, anything else people should know about the Junior Leadership Oakland program?
No, I would just say take a leap of faith and apply. It's a great opportunity for you to meet other students. Like I said, one of the things we talk about how to get out of your comfort zone, and it's just a really worthwhile educational experience. I actually have a dad who called me 2 years ago, and one of the highlights of his daughter's application was our program, and they mentioned that in their interview, and she was accepted to a university that she really wanted to go to. So there's a lot of those little success stories. So I just say, apply, just apply, and we'd love to have you in the program this summer.
Fantastic results we've been hearing all throughout our conversation today, Susan, and hopefully some more of those journeys being undertaken as kids go into the Junior Leadership Oakland program. Thank you so much for your time.
Thank you so much. Have a great day, Tyler.